So in the last session, we discussed about test planning, how your test plan looks like, and what is test plan, and what are all the contents available in your test plan. This is what we discussed in the last session. So as I said, right, I will be
Sir, I'm
showing.
not able to.
Yeah, I haven't
Uh,
shared. Yeah.
no, I'm not able to see the screen. Have you opened it?
Yeah, not yet. Now I am starting. So here, right, in the
Okay.
last session, we discussed about your test plan. What is test plan? How to write the test plan? What is the contents available in the test plan? This is what we discussed, and I will show you that one of the test plan. Otherwise, I will send you that one test plan. Actually, I'm not able to find right now. So looking into that, right, it may take little time. So anyway, I will be sending you, or otherwise I will show you that test plan, one sample test plan, how it will be created, and what are all the contents available in the test plan, we will discuss. Now once my test planning is done, see what I learned requirement understanding, and then effort estimation, but effort estimation will be usually done by the QA manager or QLE, and then test plan. We will create the test plan. Test plan can be created by the senior people, because to create the test plan, you need little skills. So once it is done, very important task is we are going to discuss is test case creation. Test case creation is very important for any tester. The reason is, right, as I said earlier also, whenever if you're working as a manual tester, the primary responsibilities of a manual tester are, first thing is create the test cases, and the second thing is, right, defect tracking. So if you know these two tasks, if you know these two things, that means you are comfortable with your manual testing. So if you want to do the manual testing, two mandatory things is write the test cases, how to write the test cases, and then how to track your defects. Now what I will do is, today I will start with how to create your test cases, that means test design. So I want to write the test cases. So before going to that actual test case writing, first let me tell you what is for test case here. Say test case is nothing but, right, it is a checklist, like each and every possible condition to test the requirement. So that means, right, if I'm giving you some requirement, test this requirement, so how many ways I can test it? So how many ways I can test it? That is nothing but your test case. Just imagine I said that this is your pen. What are all the test cases? That means how many ways you can test your pen? Each and every possible way is nothing but one test case. Okay, so here we will talk about the test cases for your common test cases first. Once we are done, then what we will is, we will be writing our proper test cases for the requirement document, whatever we saw in the previous session. Okay, here as I said, test case is nothing but each and every possible condition to test the requirement. That is nothing but your test case. Fine. Now what I will do is, okay, now what I will is, first we will be writing the test cases for our like normal applications. Okay, now you tell me test cases for ceiling fan. You tell me the test cases for ceiling fan. That means, right, now whenever if I want to test anything, or if I am writing the test cases for anything, I have to write each and every possible condition. Now you tell me the test cases for your ceiling fan.
If I turn on the switch, it has to run.
Okay. And one more thing, right, whenever if you are writing the test cases, right, follow this sequence. Again, it is not mandatory, just for our learning purpose, or like, right, if you're a beginner and all, right, it's better to follow this kind of structure. So first you can plan for your UI test cases. UI test cases is nothing but user interface test cases, look and feel test cases. First follow this look and feel test cases. Once it is done, then go to your functionality test cases. Then see, when you say that functionality test cases, both positive and negative, and performance test cases if any. So right, whenever if you're writing your test cases, right, if you're writing your test cases for any application, whatever may be the application, follow this sequence. The reason why saying is, right, if you follow this sequence, that means, right, you will cover all your test cases. Just write your UI test cases first. Go with your UI test cases. Once I'm done with the UI test cases, then go to your functionality test cases. When you're saying that functionality, you have to write both your positive as well as negative. So positive test cases is nothing but, for the time being, just understand that positive test case is nothing but you are testing the functionality with the positive data. That means login with valid username and password. That is called your positive test case. Login with invalid username and password. That is called your negative test case. See, I will tell you one point here. If you are a tester, you will be finding n number of defects in your negative testing only. Positive testing is the straightforward. You may not get like n number of defects, but when you're talking about your negative testing, you will be finding n number of defects. We will be learning going forward. And then, right, when you're writing your test cases for any functionality, just if you have any performance test cases, if you're applicable for the performance test cases, you can write the test cases for your performance. Now tell me, test cases for ceiling fan. Here, as I said, test case is nothing but each and every possible condition to test the requirement. If you get some requirement, how many ways I can test the requirement? Each way is nothing but one test case. Now you tell me the test cases for ceiling fan. If I give you a ceiling fan and if I ask you to test your ceiling fan, what kind of test case you can write? So usually you will be getting that requirement document. That's a different story. But here we are trying to understand these test cases without any requirement document. Usually in the real time, you will be getting the requirement document for your application. Now you tell me the test cases for your ceiling fan.
If all first,
It's like, okay, you have go ahead.
Yeah, go
no,
ahead.
no,
No problem.
Go ahead,
One
go
by
ahead.
one.
go ahead, Jyoti.
Okay. Um, it's like how many colors
Yes,
in
correct. Agree. Right.
that?
So now what you have to do, verify the color of the fan. So it's a valid test case, right? Because right, it's a UI. I have to say verify the color of the fan. So what they will do, right, in the requirement document, they will clearly mention my color of the fan is green, and I need to check that whether it is really implemented as green or not. Yeah, point, valid point. Okay.
And how many wings in the?
Yes, it's a valid point. Verify the number of wings. Yes, valid point. See what you can do, right? You can just get your fan into your mind. Just get your fan picture, and then okay, try to write your test cases. So, right, I will tell you one thing. Right, when you are a tester, means always, right, think you are an end user. Think from the end user perspective. Think from the end user perspective, and then start working with that. Okay, agree?
And how it looks like? Is it simple looking or some what we can say? Uh,
Okay, verify the look
some
and feel of that fan.
traditionally
Yeah,
or kind of?
whatever, right? Okay.
Is it metal or wood?
Hmm? Yeah,
Yeah, it's
valid.
metal fan or
Yeah,
wood fan.
yeah, valid that one. Okay, okay, agree. Mm-hmm. Agree. Okay, valid point. Any more?
Check for any damages.
Damages. See, you have to. I will. I told you already. Tester means it should be definite, right? Now check the damages means what kind of damages. I don't know what is the expected result. So you should be definite. You should know exact value there. So now if you say that damage means verify the damage on the wings. That means if you know that exact requirement like that, then only I can go that. You cannot simply say that common thing like verify the damage. Not like that, right? Verify the damage, agree. What is your expected result? Tell me.
No scratch on the wings.
Okay. So then, right, verify the fan. Now you have to write it should not have any scratch in the wings or whatever. Okay, like this. Because right, when you say that testing means it should be definite. It should happen. That's it. Right? Okay, fine. Any more? Okay, any more?
Verify all the parts of the fan are there.
Okay. Verify okay. Okay, fine. Agree.
It's operating system. It's like automatic or remote or vice.
Just imagine that you got the requirement as a normal, what do you call manual. Okay. Okay. Any more test cases? Any more test cases for this? Any more test cases?
Is it speed limit?
Yes. So now what you have to do is, yes, that's a valid point. Now what you have to do is, right, now you are having your fan. So you are checking your fan functionality. You are checking your fan functioning. Switch on the fan. See the fan, how the fan is rotating. Increase the speed. See that your fan is increasing the speed. Decrease the speed in your regulator. See that whether your fan is decreasing your speed or not. Switch off the fan. See that whether your fan is switching off or not. So this is your functioning, right? So verify the fan behavior. But what we will do, right, when it comes to the real-time testing means what we will is we will do all this documentation in a proper test case template. We will talk about the test case template and all in some time. Verify the fan behavior by switch it on. When you switch it on, yes, it should rotate. Agree? Okay. Increase the regulator speed. And verify the fan behavior. Decrease the regulator speed and verify the fan behavior. Okay. Verify the fan behavior by switching it off. Okay, fine. Any more test cases will come, or are we good? Any more test cases? Any more test cases here?
If it doesn't,
Sorry?
you said negative and positive, right?
Yeah. What is the test case you said?
If it does not turn on, or if the speed doesn't go beyond one speed.
I'm not getting your point. So you mean to say that regulator you are increasing,
But the speed is not increasing.
but here that's what So here what my test case is, right? My test case means increase the regulator speed and verify whether your fan is increasing or not. If it is not increasing, then you will log that as a defect because that is not working as expected.
Okay.
Got it? Yeah. Any more? Any more test cases? Any more test cases, or we covered everything? Okay. So one more thing is, right? Now sometimes, right? Sometimes what we can do is, right? Now you know that parallel connection, right? So when you switch on, right? When you switch on, what will happen is your fan will be automatically will go to your highest speed only, right? Your regulator may not work. So what you have to do is you can also check with your power conditions also, right? That means what I will do here is, right, switch switch off the power and verify the fan behavior. So all the conditions you have to check, because as a tester, what is my job is, my job is to check each and every condition for any requirement. Okay, remove the fan connection, remove the fan switch, and verify the fan behavior. So what I'm doing is, right, I'm trying to check each and every scenario here. Okay, and then if you want that performance measure, performance will be like this: verify the fan behavior continuously with high speed for 2 days, like this, right? This is one more, like, right, my performance testing. What I will do is I will be having my high speed with the fan for continuously 2 days and see that what is the behavior of your fan. Okay, this is how you can write your test cases for your fan. I'll see this especially for this 11th, right? This last test case is there, right? Just we will try to understand this test case because, right, just imagine that you are having a bank account, and in the bank account, like, right, I want to see that whether I'm able to verify user is able to search the records for the last 10 years. Just this is your requirement. Now, for this kind of situation, how we will do the testing? Tell me, anyone having any idea? I want to test that whether user is able to search for 10 years record. How will you test it? For that, right, I cannot create the records for the continuously 10 years. I will not wait for 10 years and then test it. Anyone having any idea? Say scenario is like this: I want to test my application with 10 years records. If you want to test with your 10 years records, you need to create the records for the whole 10 years. Otherwise, you should have the records for your 10 years records. How to do the testing? Tell me any idea here? Any idea? Otherwise, I will give you one more example. Just imagine that your application session timeout. That means session timeout is means, like, right, if you are not working with that application for the continuously for 1 hour, then your application will get a pop-up saying that session timeout. So please relog it. Okay, this is your session timeout. To test this scenario, as a tester, do I need to wait for 1 hour? See, every time open the application, keep it idle for 1 hour, then only I can see the pop-up, right? If you want to test this kind of scenarios, how will you test? Tell me. How will you test it? Just think logically. How will you test it?
You have to log in and try and log in after 1 hour.
That means, right, okay, I agree with that. That's a valid point. But you meant to say, for example, I want to test that login scenario like 8 times. To test that only single test case, then I have to spend 1 day time, because you said that like log in and wait for 1 hour, and then after 1 hour only you will get the session timer. So I have to wait for
That is
1 hour.
the
I did.
criteria, right?
Hmm?
But that is the
Right.
requirement, right?
That is the requirement. So think logically. So to test this kind of scenarios, what is your right other ways, other thoughts, right? That is one way. I agree with that. Like, right, you will be waiting for 1 hour, but that is not the ideal situation. Okay, you cannot wait for 1 hour to get your session time out and all, because during your testing that is not realistic. Just imagine that session time out is 12 hours. That means, do you want me to wait for 12 hours? That's not realistic, right? So in the testing, what you will do, tell me. Just think
You'll
logically.
reduce the time span.
Yes. So what will happen in the real time means, right? Just imagine that your session timeout is 12 hours. That means after 12 hours, you will be getting a pop-up saying that your session timeout. This is your real time scenario. Now during the testing, what we will do is, right, we will ask the developers to change this time to your 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It's just a configuration. What they will do, right, while writing the code, whatever the requirement says, that if the requirement says that 1 hour, they will put 1 hour. If the requirement says that 2 hours, they will put the 2 hours. So during the testing time, right, anyway, it's the test environment. So what we will do is, we will ask the developer to have this time as 5 minutes, because if it is working for 5 minutes, obviously it will work for 2 hours or whatever may be the time. So during the testing time, you will reduce the time to your like acceptable amount, like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and then we can test it. Once we are good, once everything is good, before going to the production, we will put the actual number like 12 hours, 2 hours, whatever. This is how it will work in the real time. Okay, got it? I will. I will write here. See, just imagine that your session timeout requirement is, session timeout will be 12 hours. This is the requirement, right? This is the requirement. If you want to test this requirement, like I cannot wait for 12 hours to see this error message, right? That is not practical. That is not realistic. So what we will do is, we will ask the dev team, right? We will ask the dev team to keep this session timeout as 5 minutes during testing. During testing, as 5 minutes. So what I will do is, right now, after every 5 minutes in my environment, every 5 minutes you should get that pop-up. If we are getting, if everything is good, then what we will do is, before going to the production, we will replace with the actual value. Going to the production. Now dev team will replace, because it is working with 5 minutes, means obviously it should work your 12 hours, 13 hours, whatever the time. So this is how you will test the requirements in the real time. So, right, when you're getting these requirements means, right, you cannot simply go there and test it. See that what is the requirement, and then based on that you will be giving your plan. This is how exactly you will be testing your application. This is clear how you will be testing the session timeout. Okay, so now one more thing. Okay, now I want the test cases for one more scenario. Okay, I want to go with the test cases for your lift. Anyone can give me the test cases for your lift? Right, just imagine that, right, you are having a elevator like lift. So I wanted to have the test cases for your lift.
Press the button.
Okay, okay, press the button.
First of all, up and down arrow key is there.
Okay, so you mean this. say that verify the lift functionality by clicking the buttons. Okay, so everything will be covered here actually. Right now what I'm doing is, right, I'm checking my lift functionality by clicking the 1, by clicking the 2, by clicking the 3, or by clicking stop, whatever. Okay, fine. Any more?
But the elevator door opens.
Yes. So outside, you mean? Okay, click the open button outside of the lift and verify.
So same thing inside. Go inside, click and see if it closes.
Okay, lift behavior. Okay, you meant to say that close. Click on close. Okay. Okay. Any more?
Check like whether it's automatic or manual.
Okay. Yeah. Verify the type of lift. Okay. Okay. What else?
How much the weight carries?
Yes, that's a valid point.
How much the weight carry?
Yeah, that's a valid point. Mm,
Maximum capacity, minimum capacity.
yeah, maximum. Verify the maximum capacity. Verify the maximum capacity for the lift, or you can also say that maximum numbers as well.
If the elevator stops at every floor,
Yes. Right. Sorry, elevator.
stops at every floor when you press the.
Verify the lift functionality by stopping or starting at. It can be like, right, both. Okay. Right. So that means, right, I have to check for start also, right? Not only stop, start also. Okay. Agree. Now, any
And
more?
space capacity also.
Sorry.
Space available, like how area wise.
Okay. Verify the lift space are designed inside lift. Should
In case the lift stops,
according to required. Tell me. In case
in
of lift
case the
stop.
elevator stops in between floors, if it will go to the nearest floor and open the door.
Okay. In case of
Emergency.
in case of emergency.
If the power goes off,
Okay. Verify the lift functionality. Okay.
when power goes off, if it will go to the nearest floor and open. It
Okay.
has to open.
Okay. Okay. Any more? Okay.
Alarm,
Voltage?
Sorry.
if the alarm button works,
Okay. This we will cover everything here. Okay.
okay.
And alarm.
And voltage? How much voltage need it?
Okay. 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 Any more?
So if I have to say, I mean, in the elevator, if the fan and all is working, it will come under the functionality, right?
Yeah, that is also part of function. That's why here, right, I covered actually common thing. Here, if you observe it,
Yeah,
right? If you see, go back like
that's what
right.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, that is true.
We can cover that, right?
Yeah, here I said that verify the lift space design
Yeah.
inside the lift. Inside the lift, like you are having fan, light, whatever, everything we will cover.
Okay.
Right? Actually, right in the real time, what we will do, right? So my test case will be like this: verify the look and feel of that login page. Now I will write my expected result is login page should be proper and it should be properly aligned according to my requirement document. Whatever is there in the requirement document, it has to be implemented as it is. If there is any deviation, I will not agree. Okay, any more?
How fast it goes.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Speed also.
Verify the
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah, that is also valid point. Yeah, fine. Because they will clearly mention the speed of your lift tunnel. Okay, agree. Any more? Or we covered everything?
If it's
Music,
a jerk when it stops,
Sorry, lift.
yeah, when the elevator stops, if it is smooth or if it is jerk, if it gives a bump.
Okay. Verify the lift behavior when lift is non-functional. Okay. So whenever right my lift is not working, right? Okay. Any more? Any more?
music, safety cameras.
That is all covered here only, right? Here design only it will cover. So here this is our first thing, right? Should be according to our requirement. So it's covered. Okay, any more? Any more here? Okay, fine. So right, I some of you right we covered everything, but right, see whenever right if you are talking about any UI, very common thing is right your logos, right? Your see logo is very important, right? So when you talk about your lift, right? Whether it is functional or not functional, I don't care because as a customer, right, if I'm the owner of Lyft, right, if you ask me whether it is functional or not functional, I don't care. What is important for me, logo is important, right? Because that is the brand for my business. So what you have to do is that is very important for any business, right? So these things, right? UI, sometimes UI, what will happen is this look and feel issues, it will become very important. Logo, it matters for the business, so it is very important, so you need to cover that. Okay, fine. Now, okay, now what I will do is, right, this time we will go with little more like right now, everyone knows that ATM, right? Everyone is using your ATM. Now you tell me that ATM test cases. Give me that step-by-step test cases. I wanted to write a proper test cases for your ATM. Once I'm done, then I will take my Excel document and I will show you how your test case template looks like and then how to write your test cases. I will talk about that. Now you
This
tell
is you're
me.
asking to basically withdraw money. What is the requirement?
So my requirement is right ATM. Go to that ATM, use your ATM card, and then just withdraw the money. That's it. Till that, I don't want to deposit anything. Just withdraw all the money from starting to ending. Give me the test cases, proper test cases I want, because
So first,
everyone knows that how to use it. Yes.
as you said, first the user interface,
Hmm.
first the look, basically which
Yeah, you
fan,
can see. I will tell you one thing, right? I'm telling you that user interface functionality because if you go in that flow, you may not miss the test cases, but that is not mandatory. That is just for our learning purpose only. Okay. If you go
okay,
with the
so that
same sequence, is easy. Yeah, tell me.
Shall we skip that part of
Yeah,
basic?
UI is very important. Just now I told you, right? Just imagine that if you're writing, if you're testing your application, your functionality is too good, but you forgot to check your logo. For the
So
business,
basically,
right? It is matter.
first thing is the logo, and where it says "Welcome to whatever bank."
Yeah, now you tell me that step by step test case I want for ATM.
So verify first the logo and the initial message.
Okay. So first of all, before that, you need to insert the card, right? When you insert the card, then only you will get your welcome message.
It will keep displaying, no, some message first.
That I don't know. See, I'm not testing any ATM machine here. I'm testing my card only,
Card.
right?
Okay.
See, so right here the point is testing scope, right? Whenever if you're testing any application, whatever may be the application, first see the testing scope. What is my scope for testing? Here
Okay.
my
Insert
scope of
card.
testing is, yeah, my scope of testing is testing that ATM whether I'm able to draw the money or not. I don't want to test my ATM machine. I'm not bothering about that machine. Okay. Now tell me that.
Insert card.
Okay. So what I'm saying, verify. Yeah. You can keep on telling the test cases. I will write it. Verify user is able to insert the card. Okay.
Is it we need to first start any key, like press any button to start or not
No, no,
before use
no,
card?
no, no. First, we will directly insert the card. From there onwards, our test cases will start. See, if you go to any
Mm.
ATM machine, you will take the card, you will put the card, right? Okay.
Welcome message. Verify if the welcome message.
First, we need to complete this inserting card, insertion of your card. See, what I will do if I insert a invalid card, what will happen?
Should error.
Right? You never check that. Cover it, right? If you're working with one functionality, cover all the test cases, then go to the second functionality, third functionality, fourth functionality, like this. So verify the system behavior by inserting expired card or invalid card, right? So you can check that. That means, right, I'm having different test cases. What I will do, right, I will be trying to insert a card which is invalid, right? And second one is I will try to insert a card which is expired. That means, right, my card is expired, but as a tester, remember, tester means you have to think out of the box. Remember this word, out of the box, not only within the box. So as a user will check only this one, but tester means think out of the box, not only within the box, out of the box. First, go with your valid card. Okay, if I'm trying with the invalid, what will happen? As a tester, you have to think out of the box. Check with your expired, see what will happen. I don't know. Let's see that what will happen. Okay, like this. Okay, now one more test case. Verify the system behavior by inserting the valid card in the opposite direction. You know, right?
Yeah.
Card will allow only in one side only. It will not allow both the sides,
Yeah.
right? So just
But
right, just think that you have your card. Just okay, just get your ATM machine into your mind, and you have your card in your hand, and then see that what kind of test cases. Anything we did? Okay, okay, fine. Okay, card insertion is done. Now tell me next.
next is to select the message. Appropriate withdrawal of money. So it
Directly
has.
think once again get your ATM machine into your mind, and then just cross check. Once you insert the card directly, you will go to withdraw. Just
No,
think.
it will say welcome.
Yes, you have to check. See, tester means you have to check each and everything. You will not give even 1 point also away. Everything you have to check. That is the tester job. Okay.
It's telling you the charges once you're using the card.
I don't know what is
After
that.
you select, it will ask if you want to go ahead. That time it will ask.
Okay. So
After
I
you
don't
select,
know. So Neha, right? I don't know, like, right, few things that charges and all. I don't know because, right, those I will try to write your common functionalities only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, now what I will do, you will be getting a welcome message, right? Verify the welcome message for the valid card insertion. Okay, I like, right, what I did is, right, I entered my like valid card and then I'll be getting my welcome message. Good. What next? What next?
Ask to your password. I mean, now we are, no, it will give you option as to what you want to do.
What do you want?
Whether, I mean, you want to withdraw, you want
Oh,
to
initially
deposit.
itself you will get, no, right, after entering the password then only you will get your options, right? I don't think you will get before password.
No, yeah, you need to put your password even to check your balance. Yeah,
Like
so it
anything,
lasts.
anything. Yeah, anything. Okay, okay. Anyway, before going to that, I'm having one more test case here. Okay, I inserted my card. I don't want to continue my transaction. One, then I will cancel it. What will happen? Think it different, right? Think in a different way than other users. See, when you're testing your application, think differently from other users. Other users, what they will do? Okay, log in, click on this, and then complete your transaction. But as a tester means every time think your different way. Okay, I'm inserting the card. I will cancel the transaction. What will happen? Tell me. This is what test
Transaction.
case. That is what test case. I don't know. See, what is the actual behavior that once it is implemented, then only I can see the actual behavior. Now here I am writing the test cases what we are expecting. Okay. Verify the what is that? Verify the system behavior by canceling the transaction. Okay. What next? What next?
So next is verify if you continue, what will happen.
Okay, fine. So now what I will do is I will be entering my this one password, right? Now I will enter once I insert my valid card. Then what I will do is I will be entering my password. Okay. Now, okay, here I inserted my card. Now I wanted to enter my password. I will not enter any password. Click on submit. What will happen?
It should say error.
So I don't know. See, I don't know what will happen. So what I will do, I will be writing my expected results based on my requirement. It should throw so and so error message. I will write that. How to write it? We will see that in the proper Excel. Okay. Now what I will do, verify the system behavior
If you don't enter anything.
without entering any. So this is the right. This is the way to work with your test case. If you understand test case writing, that means you are 50% done with your manual testing. I'm talking. Okay, fine. So we will be getting some error message, whatever. Okay. Now, what I will next?
Verify is when you enter some but not the correct password.
Yes. So here write one more thing. What I will is, okay. Here I will write one more test case. If I keep on entering that invalid password like 3 times, what will happen?
It will log out.
It will block your I mean it depends on your bank. It's 3 times or 5 times, right? They will block your card.
Yeah.
That I don't know, like that depends on your card. So in the requirement document they will clearly mention the number of attempts, right? The number of attempts they will clearly mention in the requirement document. Based on that we will write the test cases. Here what we are doing, we are trying to write the test cases without any requirement document. We are trying to write the test cases by understanding the system. So here what I will do, verify the system behavior with 3 invalid attempts. What will happen? Usually they will block the code. Okay. Now, so anything missed out in your password field? I entered. Okay.
Verify the system behavior with
Incorrect.
valid account.
Yes, yes. One more thing. Verify the system behavior with incorrect password. Okay, that means I will enter only one, I will enter only two, I will enter three. I will enter 4, but it's not valid like this. Okay, fine. Now, finally, I will come to my positive. I will say that verify the system behavior with with valid password. Okay, done. Now, what next?
Amount. Don't put
Now,
any amount. And
no, not
very,
amount, right? Before that, you will be getting the type of transaction. What kind of transaction you are looking? Is it a withdrawal?
but you
Is
said
it?
we are only doing withdrawal, right? Okay.
No. See, here testing scope is withdrawal. See, try to understand, please. See, if you go to your like any application, right? Your testing functionality is your withdrawal. That doesn't mean that when you are testing, you will get only withdrawal. You may be getting so many other options, but my testing scope is withdrawal, so I will be focusing on only withdrawal.
Prasad, you got cut off for a second there.
Okay, fine. So here, right, when you're testing your application scope, what is your testing scope? That means my testing scope is only withdrawal. So what I will do is I will be focusing on withdrawal. Other functionalities it may go to with other testers, but my testing scope is functionalities withdrawal. So I will be writing the test cases for withdrawal only. Okay. Now what I will do? Verify the system behavior with the valid password. What will happen? Hmm?
Verify the choice.
Now, yes, now transaction type. So what I will do first, verify the transaction types. I don't know what is the transaction types are there. Verify the transaction types first, like whether it is having all the transaction types as per my requirement document or not. Check it. Then click withdrawal option. Right? Click, because my job is to write the script for withdrawal. Okay. What next? Click withdrawal option. Okay.
Amount.
Tell me, Neha and Jyoti. Tell me, right? See, you are trying to like write, click on withdrawal. Oh, so what next? See, everyone should be participate,
Asking
right?
for
Yeah,
saving or checking.
correct. Transaction type. Now here also one more thing before going to your transaction type, I want to cancel it. See, cancellation can happen in any screen at any point of time. See, as a customer, I don't want to continue with my what do you call withdrawal money. I wanted to cancel it, cancel the transaction. Cancellation will happen at any point of time. So what I will do, same here, this, where is that cancellation test case? Where is that canceling? So this cancellation may happen, right, may happen in the any screen, transaction type screen. Okay, fine, done. So now, right, what you said, like right now I wanted to select my withdrawal. I'm done. Then type of account. What type of account yours is, right? That means now I will be selecting my savings account, current account, whatever, right? So what I will do is I will be selecting my account type here. So what I will do here, verify the type of accounts, page. So what I will do, I will be selecting my type of accounts. Okay, valid. What next?
Verifying amount limit.
So before that, right, you are having one more test case here. Insert the savings account, but here I am trying to select the current account. Insert that current account card and then try to select your savings account. What will happen? Right? See, you got my point, right? What I am trying to say?
Yeah, is there any option for to go back?
For that, right, you have to cancel the transaction. There is no go back. I don't think you will be having go back in your ATM machines. I don't think, right? So here the testing is, from the testing point of view, how we will test means, I will take two cards, that is called your test data. Test data. That means I will take two cards, one for your what is that, current account, and one for your savings account. Take your current account, insert it, go to your screen, and then try to select your here I inserted current, but here I will try to select deposit. What is that, savings account. When you're selecting savings account, it has to throw the error message saying that you don't have any savings account. Similarly, same applies for your other way. I will insert my savings account, but I will try to select current account in the screen. What will happen, right? These kind of scenarios you have to insert, right? So what I will do is here, verify the system behavior. So here, right, we're talking about two cards. One is your current account or savings account. These two cards is called technically test data. That is called your test data. I will talk about the test data going forward in detail, but for the time being, just you can understand that that is your test data. Verify the system behavior when inserted card type, say for example current, and selected option as selected option is different. That means, right, here I inserted my card as, say for example, it is, what is that, savings. So here, right, if you try to understand here, what I am trying to do is, I'm trying to test my application with the different scenarios. So here what I will do is, I'm trying to verify my system behavior when the inserted card is current account, but when I go to that transaction page, I select my savings. What will happen? It has to throw some error message. Clear? Agree with me? Okay. Select the accounts. Okay. Select the account type. Okay. What next? Now you are in the amount page. Now you tell me the test cases for your amount. Even for this also, you can have your test case as cancelling. Cancelling can be happened with all the screens. At any point of time, I can do this cancelling. Okay. Now tell me, what next? What next? What next? So
Amount
like, right,
limit.
amount limit, yes. Now here, what kind of test cases we will write? First, right, we will go with negative test cases. Like, right, what I will do is verify the system behavior by entering invalid or empty amount, or invalid or no amount. I will put like this. Okay, that is one test case. And then, what is the next test case? Tell me.
Asking for bills like
Before that, see,
buy.
no. Here itself, you will be getting a couple of more test cases. Now, what I will do is, I will be right. I'll be trying to enter the amount which is not available in my account. What will happen, right? So,
Mm.
verify the system behavior by entering more amount, by entering the amount more than what the account is having. Okay, agree with me?
Yes.
Any more? Any more test cases with your this one? Any more test
Uh,
cases with your
Asking for what kind of bills you want, like $10, $20.
okay, yeah, yes. That means right now what I will do is right, I will be entering that amount which is not available in my machine. That means say for example right, amount you will be getting in dollars, and cents also you will be getting. How you will get that amount?
Actually, $20.
Okay, $20 is minimum, right?
No, 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 not the minimum. But actually, usually ATM gives us $10 or $20 maximum the
But
bills.
number of multiples, I mean to say that 10 is the multiple, like 10, 20, 30, like that.
Yeah, 10, 20,
Talking about
50.
the denomination, right?
Yeah, denomination, correct.
Yeah, you get it in dollar, $5, $10, 20,
Okay, okay. 1, 5, 10,
10.
like okay, fine. Now, what I will is verify the system behavior by entering the amount in in like I'll say that $1. That means right, I here right, what I will is I will say that I wanted to get, like say for example say for example I wanted to get $4. I wanted to get $4, but here my precondition is right here what is preconditional, I will talk about that later. So here what I will do, my ATM does not have $1 denomination, does not have amount in $1. What will happen? Actually, right here, what is happening is your ATM machine is there. In your ATM machine, right, your $1 is completed. Now it is having only 5, 10, 20. But what I'm doing, I'm trying to get the money with your $1 denomination. What will happen? What will happen? I don't know. I have to check the application. Right? Got it?
Hmm.
Now what I will is finally I'll be giving the actual scenario. That means a valid scenario. Verify the system behavior by entering the valid amount. Valid amount. That means whatever may be the amount, whatever may be the valid amount, you can enter it. And then finally, what will happen? Next, what will happen? You entered that valid amount. Then what next?
Then make sure, like, are you sure you want it to that?
Right. Though you will be getting the confirmation message, right?
Correct.
Correct. Okay.
You need to take your money, right?
No, before that you will get confirmation. Okay, leave that the confirmation message. Like you entered your money, and then once you click on submit, it will go to your what is that print? You want to print this message, or if you don't want to print, once you click on yes or no, you will get your money out. Okay, this is your functionality. So what I will do is okay, verify 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 user is able to receive the cash when user select. Here also right, this even this what do you call, right, even in this screen also you can see that whether you are able to cancel the transaction. The test case will be applicable almost everywhere. Okay, selected print option. That means right now what I will do is right, I want my print for the bill. Right, one more thing is same thing, but here this time what I will is I will do the same transaction, but this time I don't want my no print option. Then see that whether you are able to receive the money or not. Okay, clear?
Hmm.
Is it clear? Now this
Yeah.
is how exactly you will be doing your testing. Now what will happen is right, one more test case will be available in the real time. That means what you can do, right, but database, right, they will not give the access every time. They will be giving sometimes the access to your database. Then what you can is you can go to your database and you can cross check that once the money is like right taken by your user, it has to detect it from his account. If you want, you can also write that test case also, but for that you need to have your access to your databases. Okay, these are all the test cases to your ATM. Is it clear? Or any
Yeah.
test cases I missed?
Yeah, then asking for more transaction.
Transaction we're done, right? You mean to say that what is that here? Whether you are doing your deposit or withdrawal, those things. Here we have done, right? Okay. Fine. So this is how you can write your test cases for your any system. So the point is, right, whenever if you're writing the test cases for any system, think as an end user. If I'm using this application, how I will work on this, how I will work on this, and then how I will feel with these requirements, how I can test this, how many ways I can test it. Just question yourself as an end user and then start writing the test cases. This is how you can write the test cases for your normal applications. Now what we will do, we will write the test cases for our requirement document, whatever I showed, right? In the last session I showed you that one of the cyclos requirement project, we will take the same requirements. First I will explain you how your test case template looks like and what is the importance of each and every column. Once we are done, then we will write the actual test cases. Okay.